Hi, and welcome to One Way Football's one-on-one fan talk. I'm joined here today with Robert from his YouTube channel. Is it Roobenstein?
Roobenstein, yeah.
Roobenstein, yeah. The funny thing about Roobenstein is that I've seen your channel. I've seen it like a year ago or something. And we're just talking about this. It popped into my head, and I was like, I know that guy because we actually know each other from you coming on holiday over here.
Yeah, that's right.
To Gran Canaria. And I actually got in contact with him and said that I had started up a new YouTube channel. Would you be willing to come on the show? And yes. Here you are. And the ironic thing about it is we're going to be talking about your favoured club, Newcastle.
Yes. Well, thanks for having me on, mate. It's good to see you as well. As I say, I've not obviously been able to come over there for a while, so it's good to chat. And yeah, we'll talk about Newcastle, mate. It's been another tough season, as it always is at the minute. But yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah. I mean, looking at where you are in the table, if you'd have said to me that Newcastle was going to be fighting to keep up from that relegation zone, I probably would have agreed with you. I probably would have gone, yeah, because this isn't like a thing with Newcastle. This isn't happened just overnight. This has been going on since like 2017 with Newcastle.
Yeah.
You know, Mike Ashley, what can you say about Mike Ashley? Is there something you can say? Good, like, is it something good that you can say about him?
No, I can't, mate. As he just said, since he's been in, we've been relegated twice, promoted twice, 2 relegations in recent history and making our way back to the Prem. There's just nothing sustainable about it. There's no hope with it. There's no passion anymore. Everyone's just sick of the whole thing. And, you never want to, for a while, it was like, we want Ashley out. We want someone to come in who's going to try and change things. I think a lot of people now would probably just open the mystery box and just take whatever popped out instead of them, because you don't want to say like, oh, we'll have anything is better than this, because you don't actually know where it might go to.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, people are so fed up now. I think, as I say, open the mystery box, we'll get what we get and just hope that it is something different and better,
Yeah, because you've had like this this deal that's from last year, that there was a rumor that the like Saudi Arabia were going to take over, and then everyone was like, oh, the money's going to come in, the money's going to be there,
I know. Again, it's the rumors are swirling again at the moment. Apparently, well, the whole situation was that supposedly there was some Saudis interested in buying the club who had a lot of money, which got everyone very excited. As I say, Mike Ashley is not a popular man up here, but when this was kind of all starting to come around, the hatred for Ashley kind of dropped. But again, we've been linked with about 1 million takeovers, and it always just seems to be just before we hit the transfer window. So, oh, well, I'm not going to spend any money because it looks like we're going to now get taken over and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this one seemed pretty legit. It sounded like it was finally going to happen. And then, as I say, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in some of these Premier League meetings, because it sounded like it was going to go ahead, but then the Premier League weren't happy with it because of basically, I think some of the Middle Eastern countries will stream the football. And the Premier League weren't happy about the fact that they were going to sell a club to a country who illegally streams their content. So it was all just like, no one really knows what's happening. It all went quiet, and then, believe it or not, at the minute, those rumours are now swirling again. Supposedly, Boris Johnson's got involved because he wants to keep the relations up with these Saudis. So he's now telling the Premier League that they should let them buy us and all this.
Yeah. It's, and looking at Newcastle's form, it's, I'm looking at talking about the transfers as well that you've had. It's not like you've had a quiet transfer season, Joe, for the past 2 seasons. You've brought in players. So where is the chemistry? Where is that passion to like?
It's, again, the one thing I would say about Mike Ashley as an owner is that I think he knows what he wants, and he's obviously a shrewd businessman. So the one thing you do think in your head is like he's making decisions that he thinks are best for him. So in terms of fans and what we want, and like like fan relations with the club and stuff. There's just not really any of that, you know.
Yeah.
But one thing you would say is that he knows what he wants. So what he wants is a team to stay in the Premier League every year, so you can just take that Premier League money. You know, the difference for him staying in the Premier League or getting top 10, you know, for him, money-wise, the main thing is stay in the Premier League, get all those TV rights. So when you've got Rafa Benitez as a manager who's keeping the fans happy and keeping his investment safe in the Premier League, it makes perfect business sense for me for him to go, right, give Rafa another 3-year deal, which he didn't. Then brought Steve Bruce in, which none of the fans were particularly happy with.
I just want to talk about Steve Bruce quickly because it's like you look at Steve Bruce and he's got one in faces that you can't hate. Do you know what I mean? Like you just go, oh, Steve Bruce, what a guy. Do you know what I mean? Like he's one of them guys that you think, oh, sitting in the pub next to him, he's probably got a couple of stories he wants to tell you and that. But I don't get his tactics, or it seems like every week there's nothing there. Do you know what I mean? There's no oomph. It's just flat.
I know. And what I was going to say, I agree with you as well. I reckon he's probably one of the nicest blokes you'll ever meet. And he's probably a top lad.
Yeah.
But what I was going to get onto with the money, like you say, is that he brought Bruce in that no one was particularly happy with. We actually spent, I think, 150 million this summer. So again, it goes back to the fact, you know, I'm saying, you know, that I'm not happy with Ashley as an owner, but I think even he realised, you know, I'm downgrading to Steve Bruce. I want to make sure I stay in the Premier League. I'd better give him some money. Why he couldn't just give that money to Benitez, who might have done something with it, I don't know. But anyway, we've ended up in this scenario where we've spent all this money, so the fans should be happy. But Steve Bruce, I think he's won 3 games in the last 22 matches.
Yeah, and so his last 5 games just gone. Your last game, you beat Burnley.
Yeah, so that's nice.
But do you know what? And you've had a few draws as well. So there's still that fight there. It just it's where it's going to come from.
Yeah. I just, as I say, I'm probably ranting and raving as a supporter up here who chats to their mates about it too much. But like in terms of, this is, I don't know, as you say, like you look at the TVs and the pundits and stuff are saying, you know, he's doing what he can. He's not got the greatest squad. And I do agree with all these things. But then, as you say, when we've spent 150 million, you know, Callum Wilson, St. Max, like we've actually got some decent players in this team.
Yeah.
On paper, you know, I wouldn't switch it for like a lot of the teams around us, but somehow Brucey's just not getting it out of them. And he's basically become, you know, the man that everyone's kind of asking the questions of.
Yeah.
And it's just infuriating, mate. I think as well, when you go and watch Newcastle up the hill at St. James's, you know, the majority of the day is like having a laugh with your mates, and then you go see the football.
Yeah.
When all you can do in lockdown is just watch a team who just look useless every week, it just makes it even
that's the worst thing as well, not being able to be like the 12th man there, you know, to try and cheer on your team. It must be devastating for players. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, some of these grounds, they're like a fortress to their home. Do you know what I mean? It's you go to like Anfield or, do you know what I mean? I can't say the Emirates because it's absolutely packed there. You know, it's when there is no like atmosphere at the Emirates. But yeah, you go to like a place like Anfield and like, you know, and Old Trafford and that, and they've got a voice there. Do you know what I mean? And it helps the players, even if they're like, you know, if they're down with 4 minutes to go, it's a big deal, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is another thing as well. I'm being all negative this morning. I was going to say, I think Bruce would be lucky if he was still there, if there was fans in the stadium. Because I think the way we've been playing recently, and as you say, we did win our last game against Burnley. We have had a few draws recently, but the majority of this season, the football on show has been so poor. And I do actually think if the stadium was full of fans, I think he's lucky to be in a job at the moment. But again, as I say, Mike Ashley, the businessman, he's going to have to pay Bruce out of a contract and then pay more money to bring a new manager in. I think he's just happy to toe the line. And as long as we stay up, then that's a good season for him.
Yeah.
But as I say, the football it's been really poor. I mean, we beat Burnley, thanks to 2 pieces of magic by Saint Maximin coming off the bench. You know, first half,
Yeah.
we were the worst team. We were useless in the first half.
Yeah.
Thing is, thankfully, we have got Saint Max, Callum Wilson to come off the bench. And, you know, you could put 10 other blokes on the pitch, you know what I mean? You could get a game, stick St. Max up front and tell him to do a few tricks and score a few goals. That's pretty much what we've been watching all season.
Yeah. Was you happy when Andy Carroll came back, though?
In fairness, like, a lot of people called it a bit of a PR stunt because it literally was like the deadline, 5 minutes to go, and suddenly Carroll was back. And I think his better days were definitely behind him. But for me, actually, I was quite happy, to be fair, because, you know, he left and no one, like, I don't think he wanted to leave us, to be honest, when he went to Liverpool. But the fact was they were paying 40 million for him, and I don't think anyone would have
turned it down. Deal.
Yeah. But no, it was nice for him to come back to his boyhood club and, you know, to cheer him on and stuff. The sad thing is that he's not really had the game time and, you know, hasn't really had much luck. And
and his beard styles are completely off the chart. You know, trying to look like Wolverine or something. Let's talk about your up and coming games, right? You've got West Ham, you've got Liverpool, you've got Arsenal, you've got Leicester. Then just to top it off, you've got Manchester City.
I know.
They're now out of them, right? 18 points there, yeah?
Yeah.
How many are you getting?
Man, honestly.
If I was to look at that, I'm probably going... there's one game that you probably have a chance in, and it's probably against us. Arsenal. You know, because of the form we're on.
And a couple of points. That was the Burnley game was huge for us. We
definitely
to win that game, because going into this one, I think we're 6 points ahead of Fulham at the moment. Like 6 points ahead of the drop, basically. But now going into 5 games where I pretty much can't see us picking up a point. And the funny thing is, we'll then come back and we'll play Fulham. I think it's Sheffield United, and then we'll play Fulham last game of the season.
Yeah.
So I'll ask if we're going to get relegated, ask me in 5 games' time. That's the thing. I reckon probably what you said, 2 points. Maybe try and pull off 2 draws in the next 5 games. But that could be enough, because you need Fulham to be winning games as well. But no, it's not going to be good watching for the next 5. I know that.
Yeah. So basically, you kind of need us to beat Fulham tomorrow.
Please.
And you're playing West Ham today. I mean, West Ham are in good form as well, so that's not even going to be an easy game.
It's not. They are doing well. The funny thing was, we were linked with Lingard at one point, and
Messi Lingard.
I know. I'll be completely honest, and I was like, "Oh, I'll take him or leave him." I was like, "If he wants to come here, then yeah." I mean, looking at him now, I'm like, "What?
Yeah,
what's happened here?" So he is looking good, and it's a team in form. That's the thing with us again, is like, you do not know what Newcastle team's going to actually turn up. If the team who turned up, who played in the second half against Burnley, turns up for the full 90 minutes against West Ham, then maybe we might pull something off. If the team who turns up, who played the first 45 minutes against Burnley, who were rubbish, we're going to get destroyed later today. So
yeah,
I'm hoping the team come out with a bit of confidence after beating Burnley. You know, hopefully we might see St. Max and Callum Wilson with a bit more time on the pitch. And maybe we can do something. But yeah, it's the story of the season. I've got pretty much no confidence going into any of our games.
No, yeah. This is the thing, though. You know, like we said before, with the no fans being there, you don't know what game you're going into. It's just not the same. It's been in my eyes, it's just been a horrific season. You know, for everyone, it just goes to show that the reigning champions, the position they're in. Do you know what I mean? I know that they come off with all this. Oh, we've got injuries, we've got this, but everyone's in the same boat in this season. Yeah, you know, it's not the same. It's not.
It's not being the same. And again, this is the annoying thing with fans in general. It's like, as I say, a big part of the football is also the social aspect of it, and like just like being a part of like the club. I feel pretty detached as a Newcastle fan. I think all Newcastle fans do at the minute, but I think most fans probably do right now. And I know they're talking about hopefully bringing a few fans in before the end of this season. I think for the last 2 games, having some fans in. I think Newcastle are the only team who don't want that at the moment because
yeah. I mean, I think they're gonna try and do the Carabao Cup, aren't they? I think they're gonna play off of that. And I think it might be like 12,000 are allowed to go in there, considering that Wembley is like a 90,000.
Yeah.
You know, it's
true.
So that's going to be nothing in it. So they can probably spread them out. You probably have like 4 seats in between each person, or do you know what I mean? It's something ridiculous like that. Anyway. Yeah. Well, mate, I'll let you get off because you got an hour to go until you're going to be watching your favourite team, Newcastle,
I know,
against West Ham, as we said.
If we can pull something off today again, it's huge at the minute. I mean, I'm looking at Fulham here, 6 points behind us.
Yeah.
We've actually got a game in hand as well. So, you know, a few more points and I think we'll be all right. But as I say, we've got Fulham last game of the season, and just how Newcastle would it be to go down in that game? It would be just classic. So, yeah, a few points today would be beautiful. So,
can I, before you leave, can I get a little sneaky prediction for today's game?
Well,
put you on the spot now. I'll put you on the spot.
If we win, it won't be by many. It'll be 1-0, maybe pull off a 1-1. All right, I'll go 1-0. We're gonna defend for 85 minutes, and then Callum Wilson's gonna pull something off from the halfway line, and we'll win it 1-0.
Perfect, mate. Well, thank you for coming on the show, Rob. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the One Way Football. Also, go and check out Rob's YouTube channel as well. Roobenstein. Is it Roobenstein? Yeah,
that's it. Yeah,
Roobenstein. And don't forget to drop him a little cheeky subscribe. We shall catch you later on today, as we're going to be doing extra time to talk about all the midweek games, Champions League and Europa League. And thank you very much, Rob. Take care, mate.
Cheers, man. Bye-bye.
One Way Football.